pizza. We're supposed to get pizza before.
In a very bad way. Not to the day we had that wager thing. You sat in the room and you said, I don't want to have an issue with you. And I was like, cool, I don't want to have an issue with you as well. Then I walked out of the room. And then the next thing, you're downstairs telling Jason that
you said something about Jason. This felt like Jason's story.
Exactly what it was.
Said that. No, it wasn't.
That was a very selfish thing to say. And I wasn't even the one that told Jason. But you were wrong.
No.
I want to admit that you were wrong.
Absolutely
because
not.
Because you were wrong.
It was your problem.
Okay.
It's not my freaking problem because you put it that way. So it is your personal. I can't have a problem with you. I don't give a shit. Like, and then we acted your damn script. We brought it to life. That is fucking weird for you to go downstairs and tell Jason, oh, I said this. Don't give a shit. You're still little. So who cares about the food you've been eating?
What the hell?
Another chaotic night, guys. Oh my goodness. For some funny reason, Dede felt the need to bring up the whole wager conversation up again. Dede and Connie were seated having conversation while Faith and Joanna was seated close to them having their own conversation. All of a sudden, Dede called Faith and said, oh, you are very weird. You are weird in a bad way. That she didn't like the fact Faith went and told Jason J what she said concerning the wager. We all know on Friday, Dede was not happy with the whole wager script. And she made a comment saying that the whole wager script is looking like Jason J's story. Dede was saying that she did not like the fact that Faith went and said that thing to Jason J, that she found it really weird, that why would you go and say that kind of thing to Jason J. Faith told Dede that she's actually not the one that told Jason J about it, that if she likes, she can go and confirm from him. Dede was still saying plenty things, and Faith said, accept the fact that you are wrong. That comment you made was a very selfish comment. You cannot just come up after they've rehearsed for a very long time, and you come and say, oh, the script is looking like Jason's script. Faith was telling Dede, you are wrong. Accept the fact that you're wrong. Dede said she's not wrong. Blah, blah, blah. Like, both of them were just having back and forth. They kept having back and forth. And Faith told Dede, I don't have any problem with you. For the most part, we won the wager. So this whole back and forth is not necessary. And the next thing I heard is, Dede saying, I do not care about you. You are so little. This one, that one. I'm like, okay, Dede. That was actually very condescending. What do you mean that Faith is little? What kind of condescending statement is that? This whole thing has passed. And if we are being honest, Dede was actually wrong that day. She was wrong for saying that the whole script is Jason J's story. The whole story was not just about Jason J. She did not go through the script. She just assumed that the whole script is all about Jason J because Jason J had a lot of role to play in the whole wager presentation. Dede was actually very wrong because she mentioned she wanted her personal story to be included. And when they gave her opportunity to include her personal story, she backed out. So her now bringing up the whole conversation, calling Faith weird and calling him a little man is what I don't even understand. If not for anything, they won the wager. So why revisiting the whole conversation? While everywhere, on Friday, Faith said Dede is not fine. Today, Dede is telling Faith you are so little. Anyway, last, everybody will be fine.
I'm so pissed and pained about you. The way you guys acted on Thursday night really pissed me off.
I told you.
You're like, I just care for you too much.
I care for you as well.
No, you do not.
Imisi, I do care for you. Okay, stop crying.
You want to hear something? I am a very obsessive person. I'm very obsessed with you and Isabella. I feel so bad when I see you with Dede, and I feel so bad when I see Isabella with Sultan.
Honestly speaking, I don't understand the dynamic of these two persons again. After the whole party, Kola and Imisi had a very lengthy chat. Imisi is telling Kola that she did not like the fact that, was against her when she had a fight with Thelma. That she felt really bad, she felt really heartbroken. Kola was saying plenty things to reassure her that he really cares. And before I knew it, she started crying. The next thing I now heard is Imisi saying plenty things. On the norm, she's a very obsessive person. That when she has a friend, she doesn't like to share her friend. That she gets angry when she sees Kola and Dede, bonding. She gets angry when she sees Kola bonding with Bride. She gets angry when she sees Isabella bonding with Sultana. She gets angry. Like, she was just going on and on and on and on. I'm like, okay, Imisi. So you don't want Kola to relate with other housemates? I don't get it. She said he's a kind of person that she's very obsessive. Once she's close to somebody, she doesn't want to share her friend. It's only God that understands this whole Kola and Imisi dynamic. Like, I am tired. Kola finally apologized. They both resolved the whole issue. Kola was now begging Imisi, why not reconcile with Mide and Bride? And she said she doesn't want to reconcile with them. She said she doesn't want to resolve anything because she doesn't really see them as her friends. Because if they truly were her friends, they will not be saying things behind her back. And if we are being honest, I totally understand why Imisi will feel that way. Because since that Thursday, Bright and Mide has been saying plenty things about Imisi. So if she does not want to be friends with them again, let that whole thing, go by the side. It's not by force. After they had their conversation, the next thing I saw again is Imisi coming to push Kola. telling Kola, why would you push me like that? Why would you push me outside? Like, Imisi was just acting out of character. In my head, I'm like, is it alcohol or what? The way Imisi was just acting and screaming and shouting. Kola got so upset and left. Imisi needs to just caution herself. That girl is now doing too much. I'm so happy to see that. Just to see all the amazing things Faith was saying about Joanna. The interesting conversation that happened was between Dede and Connie. We all know at this point in time that it is a tradition that after every party, we'll see Connie and Dede moving funny and saying plenty things. So they have a very lengthy chat. Connie started by saying, "Shay, you know we did not do anything the last time we were under the duvet. Nothing happened. They know people will have different perspective." I'm like, okay, we have heard you. Next, we talked about quite a lot of things, but the one that is really interesting to me is this. Dede was saying that, she's a superstar, she shares her spotlight with people she cares about, just like Connie, that she doesn't like how this whole new thing going on between Connie and Isabella is getting back to her. And Connie said, okay, do you know what? You just have to cope with it for the moment. I'm like, okay. Connie told Dede, you have to cope with the whole situation for the moment. So a guy is not letting go of Isabella for Dede. It must be nice, oh. And Dede was saying that, don't worry. Even myself, I've taken 26 steps backward. I don't want to be related with any situationship, whatever. Dede and Connie are not in a ship. So if Connie decides to be in a ship and be doing things with Isabella, why would Dede be pissed about it? Anyway, I like Connie's response. Connie had to tell her that you just have to cope with it. You just have to cope with it, my darling, because things are actually going on. Things, they happen. I don't think Dede knows the level of things going on between Connie and Isabella. Those two people are doing the most.
But don't come for someone that cannot be an alpha male. Like, you know when something aligns with your person and when something doesn't. You boldly say, this energy, you don't fuck with it. You should be able to give that energy some distance for some time to make your point clear that you don't say, this energy, you don't fuck with it. And later that same day, they're seeing you with this same person. People are talking. I
really do not understand Mide and Thelma. For some funny reason, they felt the need to pull Kola aside for a conversation. Mide is upset with the fact that she saw Kola and Isabella talking during the Saturday night party. She kept saying that, you are my friend. I have an issue with Isabella. She called me an hermaphrodite. And I saw both of you talking in the party. Why would you be doing that? Blah, 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 blah. If you are a friend, you pick a side. In my head, I'm like, why is Mide always like this? Whenever she has an issue with somebody, she will expect her friends to distance themselves from that person. You clearly have an issue with Isabella. So why are you bringing Kola into the whole situation? Yeah. And Kola, on the other hand, was explaining himself. I'm like, God, is Kola trying to just be gullible or what? He explained to the extent that he divulged all the conversation he had with Imisi just to prove to Imisi that they were not talking about anything serious. I'm like, what? Why are these people making Kola look like a mumu? And when I thought I've heard it all, Thelma too is not happy that she saw Kola and Imisi having a conversation that is looking that both of them have resolved. Thelma was telling Kola, you sometimes you need to act like an alpha male. If you say you don't like something, stand to it. It's somehow when you see something, the next minute you're changing your mind. In my head, I'm like, from where to where? So because Kola was against Imisi for fighting with Thelma, Thelma now automatically thinks that she has the right to tell Kola what to do and what not to do. So Thelma is feeling like, okay, she's now Kola's bestie just because Kola picked her side when she had a fight with Imisi. She kept saying, you have to act like an alpha man. They don't like the fact that, she's now talking to Imisi. Both of them are now in a good place, blah, blah, blah. And Kola was explaining himself. Kola was explaining to Thelma, I have a soft spot for Imisi. When it comes to Imisi, I can be very gullible. I like her. I understand her, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Kola, what be this? God, I beg. Kola was telling Thelma, I really care about Imisi. She's my friend in the house. I consider her as a friend. And Thelma was saying that you cannot care about somebody that is, that is embarrassing you in the house. If she truly cares about you, she would have changed, she would have adjusted her behavior, blah, blah, blah. She cannot keep embarrassing you. If somebody is truly a friend, they will adjust. In my head, I'm like, wait. So Thelma and Mide want Kola to be enemies with people they're having a fight with. It's actually very laughable. And finally, guys, Thelma and Isabella have reconciled. We all know the beef going on between Thelma and Isabella. Isabella mentioned that Sultana pulled her aside for a chat, telling her, you are my only friend in the house. And she also apologized to Isabella for all the nasty things she said behind her back. What I don't understand is this. You will not believe that Sultana is now trying to create an enmity between Isabella and Imisi. Sultana was telling Isabella, you need to be careful in this house. Everybody is playing their game. When this Imisi you are close to, whenever you gist us about something, she will go ahead and download it to Kola. I'm like, what? Sultana. Sultana is doing everything possible to get her friend back by all means. It must be nice, oh. This housemate, everybody is just moving funny and wild. So guys, I'd like to know what you think about Kola. You guys think that Kola is just being gullible, or is he just a gentle guy, or is he just playing a neutral game just to get into people's head? Because I still can't fathom the fact that Kola felt the need to explain himself so much to Mide and Thelma.